Well, it's official. Caitlin Clark is on the injury list for tomorrow's game against the Golden State Valkyries. I heard a video earlier today from Ben Daniel where he said that she was already listed as out. But when I went to go verify with WNBA.com and the Indiana Fever uh, website, the they had not submitted their actual injury list yet, from what I saw, and I guess maybe they posted something and it had to get pulled back down. But when I looked at 4 o'clock on the WNBA website, the Fever still had not submitted anything. But as of 5 o'clock, the Fever did submit an injury report stating that Caitlin Clark is on the injury list. She's now listed as probable for tomorrow night's game against the Golden State Valkyries. Injury, illness, back and back. I don't know if she's I mean, I guess they call that an illness now as well. There's a report at 7:15. Let's see if anything's changed on it. Um, no, nothing has changed. It's still the same injury at 7:15. Heck, there's two teams that still haven't submitted, three teams that still haven't submitted their injuries. That's including Golden State, Connecticut, and Seattle. Well, actually, Golden State did submit theirs. They got Juice Joyce still out. Cecilia Zaldana Cini is still out. But yeah, as of right now, it has been listed that Caitlin Clark is listed as probable for tomorrow. So that allows the Indiana Fever to cover their ass. And we're going to talk about that right here on this video right here. But before we do, hit the intro. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell and leave your comments, man. We are back again, another video. As I mentioned, Caitlin Clark has been listed as probable for tomorrow night's game against the Golden State Valkyries, a team that the Indiana Fever have failed to beat, did not beat last year at all. And obviously, that this is on the second night of a back-to-back for Golden State. They're playing the New York Liberty tonight in New York, so to catch them on a good time with them coming on off the road. But what does this obviously mean for the Fever? They're coming off of a pretty sizable win over a bad Portland team yesterday. But again, Caitlin Clark is on the probable list now. Now when you go to ESPN, they have Caitlin Clark as day-to-day. So it's like they listed as day-to-day, game time decision. So what this basically does is this covers the ass of the Indiana Fever, for which the gamblers cannot cry. They cannot cry about it if she does not play. And I think a lot of people are, think that the Fever care about the fans. We all know by now the Fever, the organization itself doesn't care about the fans, because otherwise they would let you know what's going on with Caitlin Clark so that you don't, I don't know, buy tickets for a game you don't want to watch because you're only there to see Caitlin Clark. I mean, it's the constant reminder that Caitlin Clark is the reason you're watching this team play. It's reminded to them over and over and over again. And when you show up at this game and she's not on the floor, it's a massive letdown and makes you literally want to walk right out the building because let's be real, before Caitlin Clark got there, they averaged 4,000 fans a game when it was Aliyah Boston and one Kelsey Mitchell. Remember, 4,000 fans a game, not 16,000, not 17,000, but 4,000. So obviously they don't want to have people just not buy tickets, and I understand that from a business perspective, but from an ethical perspective of knowing that you have fans that come specifically and solely to see Caitlin Clark play basketball, it's a bad look. It will always be a bad look. So what does this mean for tomorrow night's game? I mean, Golden State has a tough team. They've beaten the Fever many times with this roster that they got at Golden State. The Valkyries are 2-1. They've only played 3 games. They're playing their fourth tonight against the Liberty, as mentioned before. This is a team that is um led by Janelle Salahoun. She has 50, averages 15.7 points per game. She comes off the bench. Kayla Charles averages 6.3 boards. Veronica Burton's averaging 7.3 assists. Gabby Williamson 2.0 steals, and Kia Stokes at 2.7 blocks. Veronica Burton's averaging 15 points, along with her 7.3 assists. Gabby Williams 14.7 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 2 steals, along with Kayla Thornton at 10.7 points per game and 5.7 rebounds. Not a huge team in terms of size. They have some tall players, but no, not like really, really big. So this isn't the type of game in which the Fever don't match up well because of size. I mean, they have some tall players, but they're not big players. They're not like 6'6", 6'7", 200-pound players. They're on the slimmer end. Realistically. Kayla Thornton, who's 6'1", is one of their bigger, more girthy players. Whereas, Gabby Williams is a 5'11", 170-pound wing. Um, they're going to be a tough team to beat. I mean, even in the second out of a back-to-back, the Fever struggled with this team last year. This team plays good defense. This team is a difficult matchup for the Fever. At least it was last year. They held in their wins. Their defense this year, they held Seattle to 80, Phoenix to 79, and even in a loss to Chicago, they held them to 69 points. So defensively, they are very, very sound and solid. They are a team that will make it difficult for the Fever to score. And if Caitlin Clark's not playing, that's something to watch out for. They are the number one defense in points per game against in the WNBA at 76 points per game, whereas the Fever give up 88 points per game. So you might see that the Fever, that the Golden State Valkyries score more points, and the Fever maybe beat that 76 number, but it's going to be a battle for the Fever to get the job done. You know, Now from an offensive perspective with the Indiana Fever, with Caitlin Clark it's being unknown if she's going to play or not yet. You're looking at a similar situation as the game yesterday. Probably starting Ty Harris once again, having a weird, funky rotation. No idea as to how the offense is really going to run. Aliyah Boston's going to get time, although she only played 21 minutes. Will she still have the leg sleeve on her leg? Probably so. Kelsey Mitchell will probably still play 28 to 30 minutes in this game, maybe more. And then you have to see what the bench does. I mean, Lexie Hull's coming off the best game of her, in my opinion, the best game of her career. And do you really expect her to do that again? Like, you got to consider that right there. Do you really expect Lexie Hull to have the best game of her career again? Highly unlikely, highly not to be expected. So you have to truly consider the fact that this team is going to look different on a day-to-day, on a game-to-game basis. Even when Caitlin Clark plays, but especially when Caitlin Clark doesn't play, when you get a performance like the one Lexie Hull gave you, it, who the heck knows what's going to happen? Now, as Caitlin Clark fans, obviously this is annoying as heck. And it does leave the Fever the out that she all of a sudden goes from probable to out, and it's always a possibility. She goes from probable to out tomorrow. If she wakes up and her back is tight again, or whatever the heck it may be, it's going to be a game-to-game situation. I think we're going to have to get used to this, unfortunately, that it will be a game-to-game situation because no one seems to know anything. Nobody seems to have a clue as to what's truly going on with this franchise. I want to check real quick to see if there's any interviews today with the Indiana Fever that have been posted yet. It's just gotten to the point where it's getting a little bit embarrassing. Quite honestly, it's just gotten embarrassing. You know, because you don't even know what's going to happen anymore. Let's see here. Um, did they even have practice today? Uh, there's been no media availability today, so my guess is they didn't practice. They've done nothing. And they're sitting their butts on the couches because there's been no media interviews here today, and they're typically pretty good at putting these interviews up. They don't want Stephanie to say anything silly and foolish that can get her in more trouble than she's already in constantly. But that's the deal. I mean, looking at it from a perspective in this game, I don't know what to expect as far as this team is concerned. Golden State's given them problems every single time they played, even when Caitlin Clark did play. So what are we looking for? We don't even know. We have no idea. I'm not even. Let's see what the number is in this game. What is the spread here? for this game. Um, this game is on Ion at 7:30. By the way, the spread, my Indiana's favorite at 66.8% on matchup predictor, but the number right now is I don't have a number here. Oh, here it is. Indiana's opened up as a 7.5 point favorite. That's a significant favorite in my opinion, considering the situation right now. Um, but especially when you're missing a player that's averaging 24 and 9. So, yeah, that's where we are right now. Indiana faces the Golden State Valkyries tomorrow night. Caitlin Clark is a game time decision, probable. We will see what happens. Don't be shocked if she doesn't play, though. I'm serious. Don't be shocked if she magically doesn't play. So, y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hype the video. I definitely appreciate y'all. On to the next one, man. This is Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.